After a 2-week hiatus here on MaxspeedTV for the Christmas break and New Year's, welcome back, everybody. We're going to start things off here with the Scoops Old-Fashioned Ice Cream Shop for loose lug nuts racing. The Xfinity Series, round number 11 here at Kentucky Speedway. Glad to have everybody back out there in chat. And I may sound a little rusty, but hey, we'll get back into it. Don't you worry. But we only have 3 races remaining in the regular season here for loose lug nuts before we get to the playoffs. And of course, the playoffs will consist of starting with the top 12 drivers in the point standings here for loose lug nuts. Glad to see everybody out there. My name is Joshua Medlock on the microphone for you all here tonight. Well, let's go ahead and dive right into it here this evening. Starting with the pre-race analytics here tonight, an air temp of 76, a track temp of 78. 1 degree of humidity, not bad out there. It is a night race here. You see the lights are on the track. Now we get down to the laps. 104 laps is what they're going to be putting down here tonight. 156 miles, tire window somewhere between 30 and 40. They get 3 total sets here tonight for the tires, so they are going to have to be very, very cautious and try to save as much as they possibly can on those tires. Now, fuel window somewhere between 35 and 40. That's going to be plus or minus a few laps, really depending on who's saving, who's not. But I did estimate it somewhere between 35 and 40 with some help from the drivers out there. Now, pit road speed is a gruesome 45 miles an hour. And if you stay out here and you're trying to come down pit road, those old tires are definitely going to play a factor at 45, getting it slowed down. They're pushing about 184, 185 miles an hour. I believe I've seen some hit 190, but that is far and few between. So 184 to 186 is what I would go. So that going down to 45 on pit road, definitely going to be key. Pit road mistakes can happen here. Now, pace speed here tonight, let's hope we don't see this pace speed. Let's hope we don't see a whole lot of pace in here, but pace speed is 55 miles per hour. Now, we do have a little bit more points to go down here. Usually I go through the top 12, but we got to go through the top 15 because we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Now, Jason D. Maines, though, is going to be holding a big lead here over Jason Lance. Jason D. Maines, 414 points. Jason Lance in second, 360. He is 54 points behind Jason D. Maines. I would say mathematically after tonight, if Jason D. Maines has a really solid finish, it doesn't really matter what happens the next 2 races. I would probably mathematically lock him in for the first round in round 12. But then again, I can't make that because if he does a bonehead move and gets penalized by the admins, then that could upset him. But that's the way the top 2 stand. Trent Drum up a spot into third, 329 points, 31 back behind Jason Lance. Jeff D. Merck up a spot there in fourth, 317 points, 12 back. Judd Danielson is down 2 spots into fifth, 305, 12 points back. Jeremy Crandall is going to stay where he's at in sixth, 296 points, 9 back. Very close between Jeremy Crandall and Scott Patton. Scott Patton up a spot into 7th, 294 points, 2 back. Ted Wade down a spot into 8th, 287.7 back. And Michael Jean's going to stay where he's at 9, 281.6 back. And then Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, is going to stay in 10th, 233 points, but he is 48 points behind Michael Jeans there for that 9th spot. Chris Voiles down a spot there in 11th, still in the top 12 right now. We'll see what happens tonight. 217 points, 16 back, and Vernon Margam is going to stay where he's at in 12th, 214 points, 3 back. That's going to round out our current top 12, but you see just on the outside looking in, 13th, Jeff Gilmore, 207.7 behind Vernon. Ronald Klein there in 14th, 173 points, 34 points behind Jeff Gilmore. 41 points. That's going to separate him and Vernon. And then Gene Rogers there in 15th, 135 points. I'm not going to do the math on that, folks, but he is 38 points behind Ronald Klein. So you put it in new perspective, 38, 34, 7. That is how many points he is behind Vernon Margam there for that 12th spot. Now this is the top 15. Top 12 to round 12 after Dover here in 3 races, including tonight. After tonight, we'll have 2 more races in the regular season. It's going to get heated here tonight. You do not want to miss it. As we get down here to at about 3 minutes roughly here, we're going to go ahead and step away, play the national anthem. Brennan Kennedy out there, Molly out there in chat, glad to have you. But we are going to go ahead and step away, play the national anthem, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant say, stand at the plane, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner, yeah, for the land of the free, in the
Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxspeedTV TV. Qualifying is underway here tonight for the Scoops Old Fashioned Ice Cream Shop Loose Lug Nuts Xfinity Series round number 11 here at Kentucky, presented by MaxspeedTV TV. Keith Haney out there on track. Jared Daniels from the Margam, Ted Wade. We got Mitchell Reeves, Judd Danielson, Jason D. Maines, Michael Jeans, Jeff Gilmore just waiting for the first times to come in here tonight, but glad to see everybody out there here tuning in. It looks like we've got currently 11 watching. We got 5 likes already here tonight. Molly and Brendan, the only 2 I see out there in chat talking right now. Please feel free, chat it up out there. We'd love to hear from you. Of course, if you're new to MaxspeedTV TV, be sure to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. If you hit that little bell, it'll when we go live over here at MaxspeedTV TV, it'll send you an email or a notification that somebody here on MaxspeedTV TV is live, whether it be from myself or from Rudy, Ezekiel, Bobby, Michael. And I believe we just got a newcomer here at MaxspeedTV TV too. I will confirm that and let everybody know on that next week. But we will go from there. But glad to see you all out there. Now, I actually do have a pick out here tonight. And I don't know if he's going to qualify or not. But I am actually going to be picking the 974. Yes, I see he does have the 77 on his car, but he's actually in the 974. He was 4th quickest in practice. I'm going to be going for Tim Bills here. Brand new to Loose Lug Nuts. He did some prior stuff here, preseason stuff. So I'm going to kind of be putting that pressure on him here tonight. So I think Tim might have something for these drivers out here, but like he told me earlier, he's just trying to earn their respect. He's going to race them clean. And again, he's got to race his race too. I mean, if he's going to go for the win, he's got to go for the win. So good luck to Tim, but that is my pick out there here tonight, folks. Now, Michael Jeans, it looks like, going to steal it away from Keith Haney, who did have the pole there for a second. Michael Jeans going to go into that top spot. We still got several drivers out here. The 76 of Ronald Klein looking like going to be putting in his second lap here this time. Where is Ronald going to go? Currently running in 15th. Well, right now he is going to go into 6th. We got back here to Jose E. Acosta. Currently running right now as he crossed the stripe. Looks like that was his official lap there. Well, no surprise. Jason D. Maines there up front. Going to steal it from Michael Jeans here in qualifying. We got Wesley Whitfield there sitting at the exit of pit road. Ashley Dotson going to be putting in a qualifying time here in the 8:07. Now, Ashley, of course, not he's actually from Australia, I do believe. So glad to see Ashley back out here racing. And glad to see everybody out here after the 2-week break. It's been a bit. 16 watching, 17 watching. I see it starting to climb there here tonight. Glad to see it. Looks like checkered flag here, so that's going to put Jason D. Maines there on that top spot. Well, let's get down here to the grid here tonight. The MaxspeedTV starting grid is going to put Jason D. Maines with a 30.396 up in the top spot. Congratulations on pole, Jason D. Maines. Michael Jeans there, going to be on the outside of him in second. Keith Haney in third. Ken Richardson fourth. Mitchell Reeves fifth. Ted Wade sixth. Tim Bill seventh. Ronald Klein in eighth. Verta Margam ninth. Jason Lance going to round out the top 10. Jeffrey Merck at 11th. Gary Sexton in 12th. Wally Turheimer 13th. Mick Reynolds 14th. Judd Danielson 15th. Jose Acosta 16th. Ashley Dotson 17th. Brandon Thornhill in 18th. Jeff Gilmore in 19th. And Justin Michael in 20th. Starting of the non-qualifiers, it's going to be Rob, our favorite Canadian Haynes, there in 21st. Trent Drum, who just had a birthday here. Happy birthday again there to Trent Drum. He'll be starting 22nd. Dode Hoskins 23rd. Jared Daniels 24th. Wesley Whitfield 25th. Brian Abbott 26th. Gene Rogers 27th. James Haney 28th. Jeremy Crandall 29th. And Chris Voiles going to be riding shotgun there in 30th. So let's get down here on our grid here. Looks like everybody going to be starting on pit road. But let's see here if we can get Maines up here real quick. I do have to find him. And there he is. All right. Well, let's get him up here real quick. Jason D. Maines, buddy, got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you, buddy.
Well, you're going to be on pole here tonight, but, I mean, a lot of great drivers out here. We got a couple of new drivers, or at least one I know for sure out here, too. But we're going to start things off again, man, after the break. Man, how's your mind? What you thinking about here tonight, bud?
I just want to get out and have some fun. I jumped in a bunch of the official races earlier, and everybody wanted to wreck all the time. So look forward to getting in here and see what we can do in the long run here. That's what it's going to be about.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, it is Kentucky, a very fast track. I mean, for what Kentucky is, it's very fast. So do you have a game plan?
I didn't hear what's that, buddy, but you broke up.
Oh, do you have a game plan?
Yeah, I'm just going to ride here early. Like I said, I know after about probably 6-7 laps, the tires are going to go away. If not before then.
All righty, buddy. All righty, bud. Well, good luck out there tonight, man. And, hey, 104 laps here. It's not going to be a long race, but it's going to be long enough. Good luck, bud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, well, that is our pole sitter, but we are on the backstretch, diving down into 3 here this evening. Pull those belts tight one more time as we get ready. Between 3 and 4. Now the pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road, and it's going to be Jason D. Maines. Going to get him going here tonight. Pace car is off, I do believe. Just waiting on the green flag here for the initial start. Green flag is out. Buggity, 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 folks. Racing here tonight at Kentucky. First race in 2021. And a happy new year to everybody out there. What a clean start. So far, side by side, back behind them, dang near 3 wide. But it's going to be Maines going to lead the first lap here tonight. The official first lap for 2021. Got a battle between the 02 of Mitchell Reeves and company, the 16 as well of Ken Richardson. Take a look at the 32 as well. That's going to be Ted Wade, the 77, which is actually the 974 on that inside. Still side by side. Ronald Klein, Jason Lance. They're side by side. Single file, pretty much behind them. Looks like maybe they're forming another side by side going on. Let's check on the 68 and the 954. Brandon Thornhill and Jose E. Acosta. They are side by side. Out trying to get heat built up the tires, trying to get some track position. Loose lug nuts does not do stages, so it's all about racing. And we're seeing some 3 wide back here. Whoa! That was around the 954-807 of Ashley Dotson. So we had a little bit of 3 wide already. It didn't last long. Still got that side by side. Ooh. Getting a little loosey-goosey out there. Looks like we might have somebody blinking up here. Nick Reynolds, maybe. Looks like he is blinking a little bit. Going to keep an eye on Nick Reynolds. Looks like now they're starting to go a lot of single file now as the tires are starting to warm up. Maybe starting to fall off a little bit, not too bad, as we was talking about that earlier. We got Justin Michael down to the inside of the 85 of Judd Danielson. Dustin Allen out there in chat. Glad to have you out there, Dustin. How you doing? Now we're going to go single file pretty much throughout the field here. Not a whole lot going on. We got some side-by-side going on up here at around Merck and Lance. Jeffrey Merck in the 60, Jason Lance in the 86, and then right up ahead of them, Gary Sexton to the inside of Ted Wade. Watching the battle here between Gary. Gary is going to overtake that spot from Ted. Gary going to go from 12th to 7th in 8 laps. Here comes the 60 of a Merck looking to the inside of that 32 machine. Through the tri-oval here of Kentucky. Now down into turn number 1, still side by side, the 60 and the 32. Looks like the 32 going to have to back off a little bit. 60 of Mark going to overtake that spot of that Notre Dame machine. Jason D. Maines has a half a second, about 0.6 of a second now, a lead over Michael Jeans. Keith Haney there moving from staying right where he's at in 3rd. Mitchell Reeves from 5th to 4th. Ken Richardson 4th to 5th, falling back, but now watching here the 16 and the 974, well 77 on the car, but 974 in the driver bar. I believe this is the new one, if I'm not mistaken. Could be the old one. Brian Abbott in the 82, looking to the inside of the 963. That's Dode Hoskins on the outside of him. Out of turn number 2, still side by side, down into 3. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Jared Danielson, Jared Daniels, not Danielson, Jared Daniels. I don't know who that is. He is in the 050, though. Looking to the inside of the 963 of Dode Hoskins. Some side-by-side going up here, it looks like. Oh, Wally Turheimer in a whole lot of traffic here. Nick Reynolds going to make the pass on the outside of the 87. Wally Turheimer right behind him. Brandon Thornhill, as well as the in the 68, as well as the 954 of Jose E. Acosta, all right here together. This is where the battle is going on right now. 3 different manufacturers here. Got the Chevy, the Ford, and it looks like a Toyota, I do believe. Oh, 2 Chevys, sorry. And we got the Toyota back here of Ashley Dodson. All right, Ronald Klein looking to the inside, getting back up here to around the top 10, looking to the inside of, I believe that is going to be Ted Wade. Yes, in the 32, the 86 Icy, looking to the inside of Vernon Margam. Out of turn number 2 here, still side by side. Brian Odell. How you doing out there, buddy? Glad to see you. Told you I'd be back Saturday night. Dustin. Well, I am from the South, and if I do say Toyotas, I do apologize. 3 wide at Kentucky. The 923 gonna split the middle there. Wow, what a pass. What a pass by Vernon Margam there. Taking it 3 wide. And, oh, man. That was insane. Ronald Klein trying to find his way back up there to the 86 of Lance. Get back up here. Maybe a potential battle here for the lead, potentially, between Jason D. Maines and Keith Haney. Keith has really came up on, really shown he's got some speed here early on. He's now down to about 0.2 of a second behind that number 2 of Maines. He's been out front here already the first 18 laps. I would watch Keith Haney. Well, that's me. I'm known, Dustin, as 3 wide Medline. So I love my 3 wide. Yeah, you know, when you get 3 wide at places like Kentucky or you know, kind of small 1.5 miles like Kentucky is. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, Ronald. Oh, he's getting ate up there. Looks like he is going to get passed up there by Jose Acosta, Nick Reynolds, Justin Michael, as well as Ted Wade. Ronald going to fall back all the way to 15th here. Good solid racing here early on. We're going to have to battle for the lead. Oh, Maine's going to have it, but Keith, man, he was looking on the outside. Keith Haney all over Jason D. Maines. Keith running that high line. He is allowing Michael Jeans and Tim Bills to get up to him. Oh, could we have maybe a potential 4 wide here at Kentucky for the lead? I hate to say that, but could we? Oh, man, we got a 4-packer up front. Maines, Haney, Jeans, Bills. Mitchell Reeves there in 5th. Gary Sexton right behind him. Ken Richardson there in 7th. A little bit of a breakaway. Jeffrey Merck there in 8th. He does have Vernon Markham, Jason Lance on his tails. Now they're starting to get a little bit spread out here. Somewhat. We still got some battles going on here between Ted Wade and the 87 of Justin Michael. As well as Nick Reynolds. Oh, very close. Michael Jeans now looking to the inside of Keith Haney. He's going to make the pass. There goes Tim Bills. He is going to get around Keith. Jeans to 2nd. Bills to 3rd. Haney falling back to 4th. Toby Keiss out there in chat. How you doing, Toby? Known as the doctor for Toby, but I do not have a doctor, so. Brody Lee, oh, that name sounds very familiar. What? Oh, I know who that is. Wow. Yeah, thoughts and prayers out there to the Lee family, also known as Jonathan Huber. That's actually his real name. I usually don't do this, paying attention to some racing here, but yeah, he was a professional WWE wrestler and apparently passed away on the 26th, which was last month, of course, December the 26th. Oh, I know who that is. Nick Reynolds going to be falling back here, getting back to this, to the racing here. Oh, it looks like Nick has got some rear end damage here. Let's get on a chase view here and take a look at that. Boy, that's some massive rear end damage on that Nutrien AG Solutions 969. It looks like he might have scraped the wall, hit the wall there too, and got rear-ended. Oh! Well, Dustin Allen, glad to have you out here, buddy. Man, make sure you hit the the thumbs up button and subscribe, man, to MaxspeedTV. We do appreciate you tuning in, bud. Got 20 watching right now. We got 8 likes. Can we share this social media? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, and MeWe, or any of the other ones, man. Get some people out here tuning in. We got 8 likes. Can we hit 15? Still early here this evening. 199 of Rob Haynes. Gonna make a pass here. Oh, looks like Gene Rogers has taken his car behind the wall. I didn't see what happened there, but wow. Well, have a good night, Dustin, bud. Here we go, Michael Jeans, our new leader. Oh, can he lead this lap? He will. He's going to steal it from Maines. Maines, though, still fighting on that inside. Now, we're going to be coming up on pit stops here in about 2 to 4 laps. We're going to be within that window for everybody just tuning in. We'll throw that pre-race analytics here up here for everybody. Somewhere between 35 and 40 laps, give or take, plus or minus a few laps. But that is where that fuel window is. They're going to have to be careful, though, coming down pit road. 35 laps. And here we go. Justin Michael coming down pit road. Now who is going to be next? Or who is going to stay out? Oh, here we go. Keith Haney is going to be coming down pit road. Jeffrey Mert coming down pit road. If I can get on to him, Brandon Thornhill on pit road. Oh, we got pit road being busy. Wally Terheimer, Jeff Gilmore on pit road. Gene's going to stay out again. Tim Beals there in second. Got Ted Wade, if I can get to him. He's coming down pit road. Dode Hoskins down pit road. Bart going to be off and away. Gene staying out again. Here we go. Tim Beals down. Maines down. Haynes, Rob Haynes down pit road. All right, did I miss anybody? I don't think so on that one. Dode going to be off and away. Michael Jeans, 1.7 seconds ahead of Mitchell Reeves now, who is in second. Gary Sexton all over the back bumper of that O2 machine. Yes, he is. Ooh, somebody scraped the wall. I believe that might have been that 923 of Verna Margam. What Nick Reynolds, Judd Danielson down pit road here. Well, here we go. Ken Richardson, Gary Sexton, Michael Jeans down pit road. Here comes Ashley Dodson down. Oh, Ashley, no, having a moment, hitting that inside wall. Oh, no. That's going to lose some time for the 807. Mitchell Reeves going to lead a lap here. And in that mellow yellow 02. He's going to come down pit road. Trent Drum is also down pit road. Everybody coming down pit road here. All the way back to Ronald Klein, Wesley Whitfield. Well, Jeremy Crandall, though, looks like is going to stay out, as well as Jason Lance. Jason going to lead a lap. In that IC86. Still yet probably my favorite paint out there. I know we got a lot of awesome paints out there, but I still love the icy. I believe Jason might probably come down this time by lap 41 here. He is on the back stretch here, making his way down into turn number 3. Jeremy Crandall is on pit road. So we will see here what Jason Lance does. And yes, he is going to be coming down pit road. So once everything cycles through, it's going to put Justin Michael back up front here. Looks like he is going to have to go around at least one more full time before he gets to the lead. I believe he will be able to do it because Jason is just now getting into his pit stall. So Justin Michael is going to be our leader here after the first round of green flag pit stops here. Justin Michael did not officially lead that lap. We'll have to go around one more time before he actually leads a lap. But he does have Merck right there, right behind him. But I do believe Justin Michael is going to be able to grab a bonus point here and lead his first lap. Yes, he does. Justin Michael, Merck, Maines, Jeans, Bills, Sexton, Reeves, Wade, Richardson, Thornhill. Gonna round out our top 10 here after everything is cycled through. I gotta say, this is some amazing racing. They are spread out. I will say that, but awesome, awesome racing. Folks, I do not have an actual crank it up cam here for Kentucky. I wished I did, but they are, like I said, a little bit spread out. We do got some battles going on. Ted Wade here, there in that 32, going to make a pass there over the 85. That is going to be Judd Danielson, though, who is 2 laps down. Looks like we might have a battle for the lead, which we do. Jeffrey Merck and Maines battling for the lead. Oh, buddy, you got to watch Jeans there, too. Oh, man. Jason D. Maines, part of Elliott Sadler Esports, Michael Jeans, also part of Elliott Sadler Esports, and Mark, part of Over the Top Motorsports. So we got 2 drivers that are teammates and one that is just trying to get around. Jason D. Main's going to be taking back the lead. Michael Jeans there now in second. So teammates 1 and 2, and then Mark for Over the Top there in third. And now back to single file. We get back here yet again to Ted Wade. Here comes the 85 of Judd Danielson. He is trying to get his 2 laps back here. Now Ashley Dotson is the first driver who is 1 lap down. And right now Ashley looking for a caution here to get back on the lead lap. Just does not want to be a part of it. What? Oh, there goes Nick Reynolds down pit road. So that's going to put Nick, the first driver, a lap down. What happened to Nick Reynolds here? Maybe trying to get some damage fixed here. Oh, no. Nick has taken his car behind the wall. No. I don't know if we can get a word in with Nick Reynolds here. I don't know if he is in team speak or not. Well, he was, but he left. So we will not be able to talk to him here. Oh, no, we're going to do crank it up. It'll just be cockpit. All right, 52 laps is going to be our halfway mark. And, well, guess what, folks? We are at that halfway mark here tonight. So let's go ahead and, well, let's pick on somebody. Let's cockpit crank it up here tonight. We'll start it here tonight with Ken Richardson. Alrighty, folks. Well, hopefully everybody enjoyed the cockpit. Crank it up from MaxspeedTV. Like I said, I don't have an actual crank it up here for Kentucky. But we still got some battling going on here between Jeffrey and Merck. Vernon, though. Vernon going to take that spot there in 7th. Merck going to fall back to that 8th position. Still having a good race here. Started 11th in 8th. So let's go ahead and kind of run down through the field here for everybody. So everybody knows where everybody started and where they're at right now. Michael Jean started on the outside pole there in 2nd. Currently running up there in the top spot. He has led now 14 laps as he crossed the stripe. Gary Sexton started 12th there in 2nd. Mitchell Reeves started 5th in 3rd. Jason D. Maines, our pole sitter, started in 1st. Like I said, our pole sitter there in 4th. Ken Richardson started 4th and 5th. Tim Beals started 7th, currently running in 6th. Vernon Markham started 9th in 7th. Jeffrey Merck started 11th in 8th. Justin Michaels started 20th, and he is currently running up in that 9th spot. Jason Lance started 10th. He is still running 10th at this current moment. He is holding his position strong. We get back here to Ted Wade, who's got company behind him. Well, the 73, who is going to be Jeremy Crandall, not on the lead lap. So we're going to go ahead and go here with Ted Wade. Started 6th, currently running in 11th. Rob, our favorite Canadian Haynes in that beer store at 199, started 21st, currently running in 12th. Brandon Thornhill started 18th, running 13th. Brian Abbott started 26th and 14th. And rounding out our top 15, Jose Can You See? Jose Acosta started 16th, currently running in 15th. Up a spot from where he's at, a good, solid run for that 954 here. We still got a ways to go, but like I said, we are over the halfway mark for sure. Brian Odell out there, the only one I see kind of chatting it up here tonight. Brendan Kennedy saying Dustin have a good one. Talking about Dustin Allen out there in chat. But I don't see really anybody else. Toby Kais hasn't said a word other than hi, doctor, basically. Or good evening, doctor. But glad to have everybody out there. I do appreciate it. I know Loose Lug Nuts appreciates it. Without the fans, you guys out there in chat, without you guys, the league, of course, we would not be here. And, of course, iRacing. You know, if it wasn't for iRacing going public, we wouldn't be doing this. So we do appreciate it here on MaxspeedTV, from the fans to the drivers to the league. John Hendrick, I don't know if you're out there in chat listening. We appreciate it, bud. Thank you for choosing MaxspeedTV to do the Xfinity Series, man. I got to give a shout-out where it's due. Of course, Scoops for coming on board here for the Xfinity Series again this season, for being the title sponsor here. Scoops Old Fashioned Ice Cream Shop. If you're into the old style ice cream, well, hit up Scoops. I don't know the website or anything, but I'm sure if you look up Loose Lug Nuts on Facebook, I'm sure somebody can give you their website, and you can get some old-fashioned ice cream the way it was back in the day. But we get back to the track here. Wesley Whitfield, the last driver on the lead lap, currently running back here in 21st, started 25th. He is still yet up a couple of spots here. About four spots. So still having a good race here. Man, we are winding down the race. Well, let's get up here to Jason D. Maines as the 77 or the 974 of Tim Bills is going to make the pass on the 2 of Jason D. Maines. Back here to Brian Abbott. Oh, Brian falling back. It looks like Jose Acosta and Node Hoskins made the pass there over Brian. Brian falling back to 17th. Hey, from 26th to 17th, I'd be happy for myself. Awesome run by Brian Abbott here. And looks like he's having some issues here. Looks like we are going to be coming down here to some pit stops here pretty soon. We are within the window of Node Hoskins on pit road, as well as Wally Terheimer. I've known Wally for a long time. He is on pit road. Jeffrey Mert down pit road. Okay. We are, of course, within that window for some of these drivers. Yep, Gary Sexton there started 12th. He is currently running in 2nd right now, right behind Michael Jeans. Jared Daniels, Ronald Klein on pit road. James Haney just coming off. Ken Richardson down pit road. Jeff Gilmore, here comes Tim Bills, as well as Ted Wade, Brandon Thornhill. Oh, I got the hiccups. righty, folks. Well, I was just going on the drivers that are coming down pit road. Still can't get rid of the hiccups here, but Michael Jeans, Gary Sexton, Jose Acosta down pit road, and of course the other drivers that I clicked on all down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to Mitchell Reeves. We'll see here what Mitchell does. Brian Abbott back down pit road. All right, Mitchell in his pit stall. He's going to be off and away, Ken Richardson. Been out here now at about 6 laps. Still looking to lead his first lap here in that Kappa 16 machine. Well, if I have to do the rest of this race with hiccups, folks, I do apologize. 3 wide there quickly behind them. And Ken gonna lead his first lap here tonight. He does have company there, the 13 of Gary Sexton. Tim Bills in the 974, but 77 on the car. Well, we are edging ever so closer to 20 to go. Gary Sexton gonna lead his first lap, lap 84. One more lap before we hit 20 to go. Gary Sexton is going to cross the stripe here to lead his second lap. 20 laps to go here this evening. 20 to go. Gary Sexton, Tim Mills, Kenton Richardson. Our top 3. Jason D. Maines has found himself back up into that 5th spot. Can he run down Gary Sexton, Tim Bills, Mitchell Reeves, Ken Richardson, as the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves is going to make the pass there over Ken Richardson. I took 3 laps there to try to get rid of these hiccups. We'll see what happens here, but Gary Sexton still up front. Tim Bills in second. What is going to happen? Gary has a 2.6 second lead over Tim Bills. The 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves right behind Tim Bills, as well as the 28. That's going to be Chris Boyles. Oh, buddy, here we go. Mitchell Reeves going to make the pass over Tim Bills for that 2nd spot. Can Jason D. Maines catch Gary Sexton and company as we hit 14 to go here tonight? 14 to go, 14 watching, and 13 likes. We're still shooting for that 15 like mark here this evening. And Gary Sexton, he right now has got a good lead over Mitchell Reeves. However, Tim Bills at about 0.5 of a second behind Mitchell. Ken Richards at about 1.3 behind Tim. And of course our pole sitter, he's about 0.8 behind Ken. He's about a little over 5.5 of a second over Gary Sexton right now, as Gary comes up to the 12 here through the tri-oval. He's going to take 12 to go that time by. What a race. Go on the backstretch, coming down into 3. Get back here to Jose Iacosta. Brian Abbott, the last driver on the lead lap. Oh! Ken Richardson's speed really dropped. Vernon Markham, Jason D. Maines gonna get around. We got a stack up right here. Brandon, yes, it has. We have been green this whole race. Awesome racing. Gary has just got to hang on to it for 8 laps. He's got to stay ahead of Mitchell Reeves, Tim Bills, Jason D. Maines, Vernon Markham, Ken Richardson, Ted Wade, Justin Michael, Jason Lance, and Rob Haynes here rounding out the top 10. He cannot afford to make a mistake right now. The number 13 of Gary Sexton. He has got to hit his marks. 7 to go. I scared you. I don't see how I scared you, but okay. Oh, yeah, he's got enough fuel. Oh, yeah, he's been out here 20 laps. It'll be about 26 laps here this time by. Gary Sexton going to lead his 16th lap there. He's going to pick up a bonus point. Now, what Gary does not want to see, though, Gary does not want to see a caution. He does not want to see the first caution here tonight. That is not what he wants to see. He wants to see everybody racing up behind him. He wants to stay out front. 6 to go. We're going to be hitting the 5 to go. This time by 5 laps remain here tonight. My brother Jeremy Medlock out there in chat finally joining us out there here. Glad to see you out there, Bubba, even though I bugged you to death. Oh, pooey. You can go back to the rookie. 4 laps to go. Green flag racing. Green flag pit stops. This is going to come to strategy on tires, I know for sure. Is Gary Sexton saving anything? I mean, he's got a 2.3 second lead now over Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell has not been able to cut into that each lap. He's getting anywhere between 2.2 and 2.4. Well, now it's really close. Now 2.6 at about a little over 2.5. Now 2.4 as it updates there. But I don't know if Mitchell is going to be able to get up to Gary Sexton. Tim Bills at about 1.4. Jason D. Maines there at about 2.5 behind Tim Bills. If we don't have a caution here, folks, I think what you're going to see here is the top 4 end where they're at, as Gary Sexton is going to take 2 to go here right now. All he has got to do at this point is cross the line and take the white flag. If the white flag comes out before a caution, well, whatever happens after that happens. Gary Sexton down into 3, between 3 and turn number 4. He's going to be shooting out of turn number 4 right now. Gary Sexton is going to be taking the white flag here tonight. 1 to go here this evening. Gary Sexton started 12th. And he is going to turn down into 3, between 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, Gary Sexton is going to win it here tonight. The first race of 2021 for Loose Lug Nuts. What a race. Green flag to checkered here again tonight. What a race here this evening for the Scoops Old Fashioned Ice Cream Shop for Loose Lug Nuts Xfinity Series. Round number 11 here at Kentucky, presented by MaxspeedTV. Congratulations to Gary Sexton, Mitchell Reeves, Tim Bills here for our top 3. We are going to step away here, play a commercial break. We will get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back here live on MaxspeedTV. We, of course, caught up with the top three. We're going to start here with Tim Bills here, brand new to the series here. Of course, he ran a few pre-races like we talked about earlier, Tim, but man, what a race out here tonight. We started green, we had those pit stops, and we ended under checkered. No cautions here tonight, but it really came down to pit strategy here this evening, Tim. Talk about your racing out there here this evening, and do you think you might have earned some respect out there?
Well, I sure hope I did. I didn't want to make any enemies, that's for sure. Just here to have fun and like I said, hopefully earn their respect. These guys have been in this league for a long time, and I'm a new guy, so I have to come in and show what I've got and be a good racer with them.
Well, talk about Kentucky. You at the start, you got to get those tires warmed up. So you're kind of in a pack, and then once those tires warm up, you start making passes, and then they fall off. You get spread out, and then the pit stops happen, and that's what we had here tonight. No caution, so everybody really got spread out. So talk about really the racing out there, because that was amazing.
Man, that was so much fun. I love running the green flag races that are stay green, and the pit strategy comes into play, and you just kind of hope that you pit at the correct time. And my goal was to try to gain a couple spots, the pit road the first time, pitting a little bit early and maybe gain a little bit of track position. And when I come back out on the track, I had a little bit of a mishap with in there, so
Ooh.
fell back just a little bit and had a little damage to the car the rest of the race. But we the next pit stop must have, I believe, I timed it just right and come back out right up to the front, and this was just trying to hold on, and I feel like on a long run the car was really good. I think that that was more where I shined on the longer runs than on the short stuff, but nonetheless it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun for me. Even though you guys kind of got spread out, there was still we had some three wide out there here this evening, and three wide at Kentucky is it can get pretty hairy. I don't know if you were involved in any of the three wide or not, but even two wide can still get treacherous. Talk about some of the two wide you were involved in.
Yeah, it was turn 3 and 4 was really tough for me. Just seemed like you'd get into the corner good and then lose the nose, and then you kind of had to watch so you didn't push up into somebody else, just. And then there was one time I think I did make it three wide, but luckily we got straightened back out before anything happened. So it like I said, this was a lot of fun. We had a lot of side by side racing, a lot of passing, and I think it probably put on for a good show, I hope.
Well, only three races. Well, now two because tonight has ended, but three races remained coming into tonight in the regular season. Now two remain. So we go to Darlington next week, January 9th here. The second race of 2021. What do you think about Darlington? Are we going to see you at Darlington? And, I mean, how do you feel about the track?
Darlington is not one of my better tracks, that per se, but I'll give it a shot. I'll go in there and I'll just do the best that I can and run it clean and see where we end up.
All righty, buddy. Well, you were my pick to win, but hey, I'll be happy with third.
I
Like
hope
I
so.
told you, man, I'll be happy with
Sorry to
third.
disappoint you.
I'm happy with third, man. You're new to the league and you held on to it, so I'm happy for you, man. Awesome job out there tonight. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here this evening?
Yeah, for sure. I gotta thank my sponsor, H&H Sign Supply, and justforcrafters.com, and I want to give a shout out to the guys wheeling and dealing motorsports, and guess we'll see you at the next race. Thank you for putting on this race, broadcasting it.
All righty, Tim. Well, go back and watch it because it was. I got the hiccups in the race, so it was pretty
Oh no.
interesting. Yeah,
I'll for sure watch it though.
All right, Tim. Well, awesome job out there tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you next week at Darlington, bud.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight. That is going to be Mitchell Reeves here in that mellow yellow machine. Mitchell, got a copy.
Yeah, we got you, Josh.
Well, Mitchell, man, what an awesome race out there tonight, from green flag to checkered, no cautions. I know you were hoping for a caution there being in second. You really wanted to put that pressure on Gary, but it didn't happen. So talk about the racing, the strategy, and the, well, really the green flag pit stops, because that's really what it really came down to. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was an interesting race for sure. I mean, in practice, 1 and 2 was really, really loose, and 3 and 4 was kind of sort of tight. But about 20 laps into that race, it's a totally different track. Whole track kind of snugged up a little bit, and really, I enjoyed it. You know, I kind of started seeing where it could go green flag all the way, and you know, my kind of plan is everybody was so even there on the same tires that I was going to try to get a little bit fresher tires on it and give it a shot. And that, you know, both runs we made up a lot of ground. But that second pit stop, I've had some issues with my computer, and it's been kind of freezing up. And I don't know, I'm not using that as an excuse. I think Gary would have beat me regardless, but had a little graphic issue in pits, and it froze on me, and then it started back. So I don't know if that little bit of freeze hurt me, but regardless, I think Gary would have got me. He was a little quicker than me on long runs. I was both pit stops, really, I was trying to fry the right front off, trying to catch back up to where I needed to be. But to bring it home second place in the old 02 throwback mellow yellow is a good night for me.
Well, you know, starting 2021, brand new year, and of course same season, but brand new year. I mean, you've got competition. You know that. So going into the next race and really finalizing, you know, coming down to the end of the regular season, now we only have 2 races left going into Darlington next week. Darlington can be a rough track. So your thoughts on Darlington?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. That's always a tough place to pass at, and a lot of door banging, but that's what makes Darlington so fun in itself. But you know, we've kind of been running a limited schedule this year. Really, we were only running on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights with the Throwback Series and the Cup cars. But as we've been running mostly every series that Loose Load Nuts has to offer lately, we can see where I've kind of gotten back into my groove and a little bit more momentum going into the chases and all the series across the board. And you know, even though we're probably not going to be in the hunt for this chase for the championship, we're going to try to be here every week and ruin their hopes and dreams by winning every single race that they can. So that's our full on plan, is being a wild card and having every win we can get.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, going into the chase, I don't see you right now in the top 15. That's what I go by right now. But do you think maybe things can change within the next 2 races, since you had a solid finish here tonight?
I'm not sure. These guys are really, really consistent showing up and being here. And, you know, when you have good drivers like this that are, you know, finishing top 10 day in and day out, it's going to be tough to make a lot of ground on them. But, you know, we may get close, but, you know, regardless, we're having a blast coming out here, getting to race a little bit more than we normally do. And, you know, really the way it's kind of a pressure-free night. You're not really having to run for points. You're just racing for wins. And that's kind of makes you not second guess your strategy. It's just kind of your gut feeling, and you go with it no matter what the result is. Just be glad you got to run, and fortunately tonight it was a top 3.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, second place here this evening at Kentucky, starting 2021. Mitchell, awesome job out here tonight. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I got to give a huge shout out to my smoking hot fiance Caitlin for all the support she gives me, and got to thank everything she does. Can't wait for a real racing to start back up. I know we both want to see a lot of our friends and stuff. I got to give a shout out to over the Top Motorsports, Ronald Klein, Jeffrey Mert, Brandon Thornhill. They were, you know, Ronald was kind of helping me spot there at the end, giving me some increments and breakdowns. And got to give a shout out to John Hedrick over the Top Paints and Designs. This is kind of a throwback scheme that I ran tonight, one of the mellow yellow cards, but it's bright and it shines. And just like about every paint scheme he makes. So if you don't have a paint scheme, or if you're not running his paint scheme, you're crazy. You need to be running one of John Hedrick's at Over the Top Paints and Designs. And last and certainly not least, MaxspeedTV TV for everything you do. I love watching your broadcast. It's more action and drama and entertainment listening to you for an hour and a half than anything I can find on regular television. So I appreciate it.
Well, Mitchell, I'm at a loss for words, man. I appreciate you guys. I mean, awesome racing. Awesome league here over at Loose Lug Nuts. You guys have really cleaned things up from last season and this season. Now we're racing. We're battling. That's what it takes. So awesome job out there, Mitchell. We'll see you at Darlington. I know we will.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Alrighty, folks. Well, I don't know if he needs an interview or not, but like I always say, we'll give him one anyway. Gary Sexton, podium 13 here tonight. Gary, how did you do it?
How's it going? Yeah, it was crazy. I can't believe we got the win. This is literally my first race ever at this track. Maybe I might have ran one in the Cup car against AI, but this is definitely my first time in the B car here. Yeah, that was something. Definitely not what I was expecting tonight.
Well, from green flag at the start, me personally as a broadcaster, I'm looking at maybe one or two cautions, because it's Kentucky. Okay, we didn't even have that. I mean, it was green flag, pit stops, racing, pit stops, racing, some pit stops, and then checkered. So
yeah,
I mean, crazy race out there and strategy on pit road. Talk about it.
Yeah, that was the thing. I came in here with not much. I only got like 2 or 3 laps in practice, and I wrecked both of them. So I qualified pretty poorly, and yeah, that was my mindset going in was, okay, well, this is kind of a weird track, 2 different corners. They took it off the real life schedule. I assume most people probably don't race here a whole lot. We're probably going to have some cautions. So I think I qualified 12th, and I was digging as hard as I could that first run, just trying to get all I could before the first caution, and then it never came. So backed it down a little bit more on that second run. And once we made it through the second run, I was pretty confident that we probably could go the rest of the way. So that's when I turned it back up and kind of found a balance in between how hard I pushed it the first run and how not as hard I pushed it in the second run. So it was kind of found the balance there. And, Gene speeding on pit road really just opened the door to the victory so long as it stayed green.
Well, you being the leader, you were not, of course, looking for a caution. You wanted it to stay green. You had a little over 2.5 second lead over Mitchell Reeves. Now, say if we got a caution late, what do you think would have, in your position, what would have happened? Because that would have put everybody stacked up together.
Yeah, if it would have came after that last pit stop, it would have stacked everybody up. There would have been a lot of guys a lap down. And we would have had to restart on old tires because we were out of tires. So I think it would have got kind of crazy at that point. Especially barreling off into 3 on a restart with old tires. People are gonna wash up the track. It's better we didn't have the caution, but I was pretty confident at that point late in the race that if I was controlling the restart, that would have been hard to get by me.
Well, the Podium 13 machine grabbing the first victory of 2021, the new year, man. Awesome job out here tonight, man, to start things off. Now, Gary, coming in too tonight, I don't see you, of course, in the the points here, the top 15. Not sure exactly. Is this your first time here or what?
No, this is actually my second win
Oh yeah,
of the season.
okay.
I won at the Roval, but I'm not really.
Yeah, way back October 10th.
Yep. So I'm not really competing for points. Life's kind of busy, so I'm just, like I said, I didn't even expect to run tonight, but I saw there was a good group of guys in here, and I needed a little break from what I was doing, so I just hopped in. But yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. If I'm free, I'll definitely run out the rest of the season where I can.
Okay, well, if you're able to make it next week, Darlington. I mean,
I'll be there.
Oh, you're going to be there.
I'll be there.
Well, talk about it. It's Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington is one of my favorite tracks on the sim. There's something about, just barreling into turn one, almost full throttle, getting it real close to the wall and coming off. And now with the new with the stock car having the aero effects on the wall and stuff, I'm really looking forward to that race, actually. So I'm going to do everything I can to be there.
Oh, yeah, Gary. Well, awesome job out here tonight. 2021, starting things off the right way, man. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I want to shout out Sim Motorsports. We were getting that old team back together for league stuff, and I kind of feel bad I didn't have an opportunity to put the paint scheme on my car tonight because I wasn't expecting the race. So, but with that said, shout out to Podium Esports. I know it's another broadcast company, but we love you guys over here. We love all broadcasting companies. It really helps the community grow. So shout out to the guys at Podium Esports. We've had quite a year last year that's really been a humbling experience. The people and drivers and real life drivers and real life people that we've met. It's just been awesome. I'm really proud of the work we've done over there. And then one last shout out, iraps.shop is my company and Joe Johnson's company. It was IRAPS had always been Joe Johnson's company, but I bought into it to start pre-made wraps. Right now we have a bunch of stock car wraps where you can get on there. They're real cheap. They're pre-made. You can change the colors, do whatever you want. They still look really awesome. Add your own sponsors, and then get on the track and race. We'll be releasing a whole bunch of 24 hours of Daytona IMSA cars, Lambos, LMP2s on Monday. So anyone looking to run the 24 doesn't have a paint scheme for one of those cars, head over to iraps.shop on Monday afternoon, and there should be something there for you.
All righty, Gary. Well, we will see you next week at Darlington. Congratulations on your win here tonight.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, I am going to go ahead and pull him up here because I do want to talk to him. Not for the race, his race, but for what race we had. Ronald Klein up here in the booth here with me. Ronald, I have got to say, what an amazing race out here tonight, man. This was awesome.
Yeah, it was a long green flag run. Took a lot of people probably by surprise. I think the car combination kind of took some people by surprise. We had some comers and goers. We had some people that made mistakes. I'm not really in the series. I made a mistake early, and then made a mistake in the middle of the race and just decided to kind of cheer on teammates. But I mean, there's a lot of guys kicking themselves. Michael Jeans was up there. I know he's kicking himself. I think he got a pit road speeding penalty, I think. Jason Main's got a little bit of damage when there was some 3 wide after they came out on fresh tires. So that kind of hurt him. Mitchell Reeves, who's actually a teammate of mine, he glitched when he was in his pit box and it cost him a couple of seconds or so, I guess. So I think there's a lot going on out there. Just a lot of stuff going on. But it was a good race.
Oh yeah, it was. And from green flag at the start to checkered. No cautions out here tonight, Ronald. This is, I believe, the second or third time this season we've had that. I mean, amazing racing, with no cautions.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different if it was just a few cars and they were all spread out, but there was quite a bit of passing going on with different pit strategies,
Yes.
and I don't know exactly what the car count was. I know it was
Uh,
upper 20s, I think.
30 drivers is where we started.
Okay, so however many it took but I mean, that's quite an accomplishment for Lewis Lugnuts and the drivers in it. I mean, to go. This is actually the second race this week. We went caution free in the trucks on Thursday and caution free tonight. So um, I know some people like the drama and the cautions and the wrecks and whatnot, but this really leaves it in the hands of the drivers. And if you're sitting at home watching these races, I urge you to try to experience them in the way that a driver does. Now, some drivers, they're going to want to caution when they get in trouble, but most drivers want to get in their car and they want to run their car their way, their strategy, and see if their strategy can win. So
Oh yeah.
um, sometimes it seems boring, but in reality, a lot of times at the end of these races, it can change drastically. I know we didn't really see that tonight. I think it would have been a really close battle between Mitchell Reeves and the actual race winner, Gary Sexton, had there not been a glitch um, in Mitchell's computer. But regardless, he did come from 5 seconds back to like 2.8 seconds or something like that. So he was running him down. He just ran out of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Ronald, I pulled you up here, of course, as an admin. I'm not going to talk about your racing. You had to do what you had to do there, bud. But we go to Darlington next week. You know how Darlington is. Real quick, your thoughts on next week's race for the really second to the last race of the regular season.
Darlington is, I'll make a long story short, in another league. When I first started out in iRacing, I probably had a few months under my belt, and it was one of those leagues that was pretty constant, just bigger tracks, whether it was the super speedways or just like California and Michigan. They really didn't run a schedule, and I begged to do a special event, and I said we'd do Darlington, and man, I caught so much flack for that. I'm not even kidding, dude. But it was a phenomenal race. It was so much fun. I ended up making setups for it because it doesn't really matter, right? If everybody is unequal, it doesn't really matter. So we made a nice even setup in the car to where it wasn't loose. It wasn't really tight. It was just kind of a neutral car. And during that, I ran about 500 laps on that track doing that. And ever since, it's been my favorite track. I've always liked Darlington because of the history and NASCAR itself,
Yep.
but it's my favorite track because I probably have put more laps at that track for practice wise, not racing because it doesn't come up a lot in racing. But practice wise, I probably have more laps at that track than anywhere else. So it's near and dear to my heart. And I think a lot of guys in this league really enjoy going there too. It's a really difficult track to be fast at.
Well, as we get to Darlington, buddy, that's the second to the last race of the regular season. I'm going to go ahead and let you really any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before we get to Darlington next week. But Mike's yours.
Well, it's been a phenomenal season so far. We're not done yet. We got a couple of regular season races and then the chase will begin. So a whole different
Yep.
level of excitement will come in. Got to thank everybody that's been on board with Blue Slug Nuts. It is Saturday night, so I'll just call, it as I see it. Scoops Old Fashioned Ice Cream, thanks for coming on board again this year and supporting the series. Thanks to all the drivers out there. Thanks to MaxspeedTV TV specifically for putting on the broadcast every week. And we can't wait to, get further into the season, get in the chase, crown a champion, and move on. It's been a long season.
Yep.
It'll become a very short season here in the next couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're all going to take a break and get ready for the next season.
Well, this is the Winter Series. Ronald, glad to have you up here in the booth. I told you I was going to bring you up. You were there chit-chatting, but you know how I am. I don't care. So, Ronald, we'll see you next week, bud.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yep, thank you for joining us up here in the booth, bud.
Yep, bye.
Yep. Alrighty, well, that's going to end it here, but congratulations goes to Gary Sexton for winning it here tonight. Let's get down here to the unofficial results. Pending any admin stuff they have to do here. Gary Sexton grabbing the win here tonight. Mitchell Reeves there in second. Tim Bills there in third. Jason D. Maines in fourth. Vernon Markham fifth. Ken Richardson sixth. Ted Wade there in seventh. Jason Lance in eighth. Rob Haynes in ninth. Justin Michael in 10th. Jared Daniels in 11th. Brandon Thornhill in 12th. Dode Hoskins 13th. Jose E. Acosta there in 14th. Brian Abbott 15th. Jeff Gilmore 16th. Michael Jean 17th. Wally Turheimer 18th. Ashley Dotson there in 19th. James Haney in 20th. Judd Danielson 21st. Trent Drum 22nd. Jeffrey Merck 23rd. Chris Voiles 24th. Wesley Whitfield 25th. Ronald Klein 26th. Jeremy Crandall 27th. Nick Reynolds 28th. Keith Haney 29th. Gene Rogers will round it out here tonight in 30th. But again, congratulations goes to Gary Sexton, our winner here. Well, our first winner here for 2021. Tomorrow night here on Maxspeed TV. 8 Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central. Slide Jobs. We're going to be right back at it here. Stay tuned, folks, because that is going to be an awesome race in itself. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.